Hey everybody, and welcome back to Dark Souls. We're in the painted world now, and, well, we gotta go and retrieve our body back, because... yeah... things like that kinda happen. I always get a bit worried when somebody goes and kind of clips through my own character model. Not always sure if they'll hit or not. I'm really glad that we get to fight Dredgelings again, because they are the easiest to parry. Alright, now hopefully my body is in a place where the harpies won't want to go and aggro. Dried fingers. They're okay for an item, they're not the greatest. They're, you know, they're part of the more situational items that you get. And the white plague rats, the only difference I've really seen with them is, well, their discoloration. They're still just as annoying as ever. Oh. Now these guys, the blighted Dredgelings, they have a unique prospect to them. When they die, they spew toxic all over the place, and, well, you know how much I love toxic. There's one thing I do believe we can do here. If we backstab them, we're actually completely immune to the toxic, because it will take them a while before they actually die. It's one of the kind of easier things to deal with for them, but it's not always easy to get behind them. Yeah, you see, that was actually pretty lucky that I didn't even get fully toxic there. It's not uncommon for, no matter how high your resistance is, that would be an easy tox. If I remember this correctly, there's something... if I can do it properly, there's a way to get on there. But as of right now, it's a little too risky. I'm not going to bother with it. I failed it more times than I've succeeded at it, so let's just say that. We'll be able to get over here just a little later on in the game. Could have sworn there was a secondary one here. Could be my own mistake. Well, look at what we have over there. One of our own little friends. First and foremost, let's have a quick run up here and aggro one of the harpies. Wow, that worked out way better than I imagined. Oh, he seems to still be a little pissed at us. Before we get pincered between them, let's go and meet him halfway. And that was going to be his tell for jumping on us. That thing does way too much damage. Now if we can do... They mostly love to just go and suicide off of cliffs and buildings. Oh, get out. I deserve that. Again, you just being too fancy. I'll cut you in back when we're, well, at our own body. Alright, we made it back to our body. And let's try to not be super fancy about this and just get everything done and over with. That's what I'm talking about, though. They generally want to just jump off, which I'm perfectly fine with. Guessing second one did so as well. Yep, actually fell off to its death. Good. Guys are kind of jerks. Let's get an Estus drink going. Alrighty, now let's go and see what all the hubbub was for all these guys. The red soapstone. For honorable jerks that want to invade everybody. You almost never see the red soapstone because, I don't know, nobody just wants to straight out duel. They want to go and get somebody out there in the kind of like dark, like, oh, I'm gonna go and invade you at the worst possible time, which generally it almost never is the worst possible time. We can't open that door, actually. What we need to do to open that door is to move that statue, which is guarded by a lot of phalanxes. Let's get this door open, though. It's gonna be our shortcut of the game. Though being a shortcut, and where the hell did you come from? It doesn't mean that we're completely done with this level. Only mostly. Let's get our Dragon Crest shield on, just for preparation's sake. Let's make a quick run over here, though, because there's a nice little hidden spell. Acid Surge. It's great if you want to go and take over the person you're fighting. I mean, it does tremendous damage to their armor. Though, it's hard to say that you would ever get it to be... What's the word I'm looking for here? You'd ever get their armor to really break. It's almost very few pieces that you can get broken in just one Acid Surge. Ah, King Jeremiah. Thank you so much. We always want to be careful when fighting the king because, well, he has chaos pyromancies. No. One of the worst parts about the area of effect pyromancies is, well, it leaves you completely vulnerable to being backstabbed. But we got his notched whip, which is really awesome. It's actually one of my more favorite weapons in the game, outside the fact that it, well, causes bleeding. It's really powerful. It still has the downsides of the other whip, and has actually the same attack patterns and everything as well. But it is, like, I mean, once you upgrade it, it's pretty good. A lot of people upgrade it with fire for obvious reasons. It only compounds when the bleeding hits. It's just really, overall, an awesome weapon. Alright. Well, I'm gonna call it an update for this half of the Painted World. I'll see you all again for the second and the most depressing half of the Painted World.